The room is quiet now. The morning has moved on. Your glass is still beside the bed, but everything else is gone. The chair is empty again. The hallway lost your sound. I thought that seeing you once more might finally calm me down. I walk beneath the pale street lights with your silence in my coat. Every word I should have given you stayed somewhere in my throat. I almost turned around before I reached the stairs, but I knew one more return would only leave us there.
We almost said the truth.
We almost crossed the line.
We almost chose each other
for one unfinished night. A room full of almost, a night full of near. Almost holding on, almost making it clear. A room full of almost, where nothing disappeared.
We came close to forever, but we never made it there. The sheets still hold the shape of where you stayed awake. I trace the space between us and every choice we didn't make. The coffee has gone cold, the curtains barely move. This room contains a version of the life we never chose.
I kept the door behind me from closing all the way, like some part of me expected you to call my name. But the hallway stayed empty and the lift began to fall. I left with all the memories and none of what I wanted. Yeah, we almost let the past go.
We almost let the past,
we almost let it start.
we almost let it start.
We stood close enough for love and still remained apart. A room full of almost, a night full of near. Almost holding on, almost making it clear. A room full of almost, where nothing disappeared. We came close to forever, but we never made it there. Maybe almost was the closest we were ever meant to be. Maybe love was in the distance, not in what we could complete.
Maybe leaving was the answer.
Maybe staying would have hurt.
Maybe every almost
Was the truest thing we were. A room full of almost, still glowing in the dark.
every unfinished sentence,
Every unforgotten mark.
a room full of almost, but morning made it clear. We came close to forever
And left it waiting here.
I closed the window slowly.
I reached the street alone,
The room was full of almost,
and almost felt like home.
but almost was not enough.
curtains moved behind you when you opened up the door. Morning entered with your shadow, then you weren't there anymore. Your perfume stayed beside them, caught between the folds, like the room had found a way to keep what I could not hold. I touched the place you stood, but the light had already changed. Everything looked ordinary, nothing felt the same. The curtains remember the shape of you at dawn, how you turned before you left, how slowly you were gone. The curtains remember what the room refused to lose. Every word we never finished, every trace of me and you. Your cup was on the counter, your coat was finally gone. The chair looked unfamiliar without something resting on it. I opened up the window to let the night escape, but the air kept moving softly, like your hand across my face. I heard the hallway settle, I watched the shadows fade. The room had kept the evidence of every choice we made. The curtains remember the shape of you at dawn, how you turned before you left, how slowly you were gone. The curtains remember what the room refused to lose. Every word we never finished, every trace of me and you. They saw you standing close to me, they saw us turn away. They heard the silence grow when neither asked to stay. They held the final morning in the faded shade, and every time the wind returns they move the way you did. No footsteps, no voice, no reason left to wait. Only fabric in the morning, moving in your place. The curtains remember the night we almost chose, the distance in your silence, the way the doorway closed. The curtains remember, though I'm learning to forget, they keep repeating every moment the room has not released. I pulled them closed at sunset, but the memory came through. Some rooms forget the people, this one still remembers you. Heard the kettle in the kitchen before the morning reached the room. You moved quietly beside me, like you already knew. 2 cups waited on the counter, steam rising in the light. For a moment it looked normal, like we had survived the night. You wore the shirt I left behind, your hair still held the dark. I wanted to believe the morning could give us a different start. I poured your coffee how you liked it, then forgot what I should say. Every small familiar gesture made it harder to walk away.
You asked if I wanted sugar.
You knew I never did.
We smiled at something ordinary
And hid inside of it
coffee for two,
goodbye for one. The morning had arrived before the night was done.
coffee for two,
but only one would stay. We held the cups between us so our hands would not betray.
Your coat was still across the chair, your keys were by the door. I watched you check the time, then check it once more.
I almost asked you not to leave, but pride arrived instead. So I asked if you were tired, and looked down when you said yes. I wanted you to stop me, I wanted one clear sign, but your voice became so careful that I made mine sound like mine. I said the coffee tasted perfect, you said you'd see me soon. We both knew that kind of promise would not survive the room. Coffee for two, goodbye for one. The morning had arrived before the night was done. Coffee for two, but only one would stay. We held the cups between us so our hands would not betray. I left my cup half finished,
I left your chair untouched.
I stood beside the doorway,
Still waiting for too much.
say something that could keep me,
Say something I can trust.
but all we had that morning was almost enough for us. Coffee for two,
Goodbye for one.
the light crossed through the curtains and showed what we had become. Coffee for two, and footsteps down the hall. You left before I finished saying anything at all.
Your cup went cold beside me.
I heard the door close slow,
Coffee for two,
and one of us letting go. You left your shoes beside the bed, like you had done before. But every movement felt uncertain, every silence asked for more. You lay down without a question, pulled the blanket to your waist. I stayed awake beside you, watching shadows cross your face.
Your body was so close, but your thoughts were somewhere else. I could feel the distance growing in the space we never crossed.
You slept facing away, close enough to hear you breathe, near enough to reach for, still too far from me. You slept facing away, like the night could keep us safe. We shared the same bed, but not the same place.
I knew you were still awake. I heard you turn once more. I wanted you to touch my shoulder, but I couldn't ask you for it. My eyes stayed on the window, your warmth stayed at my back. We were both waiting for the other to undo the past.
I almost said your name, I almost turned around, but every time I found the courage, the room became too loud.
You slept
Facing away, close enough to hear you breathe, near enough to reach for, still too far from me. You said, facing away, like the night could keep us safe. We shared the same bed, but not the same place. I moved my hand between us,
I felt it on the sheet.
one small distance from your shoulder.
One small distance from relief.
I waited for you to turn.
I waited for your touch.
We were lying close together, still afraid of wanting us.
You slept facing away while the hours moved too slow, holding back the words we were both afraid to know. You slept facing away until the dark began to fade. We shared the same bed and still stay worlds away. I heard you whisper softly,
I thought you were asleep.
ooh. We left one empty space between us, where love had tried to be. The room had grown much warmer, though the window stayed ajar. You were standing by the curtain, I was watching from the dark. Neither one of us was moving, still the distance disappeared. Every breath became a question, neither one of us could hear. You looked at me, I looked away, but nothing in the room believed the words we didn't say. The heat we never named was moving through the room, in every careful silence, and everything we didn't do. The heat we never named was written on your face. We never crossed the distance, but desire filled the space. Your sleeves were rolled above your wrists, your glass was nearly dry. You asked if I was tired, but you never met my eyes. I said that I should leave soon. You moved closer to the door, like you wanted to prevent me without asking me for more. You touched the wall beside my head, close enough to change the meaning of every word we said. The heat we never named was moving through the room, and every careful silence and everything we didn't do. The heat we never named was written on your face. We never crossed the distance, but desire filled the space. Maybe it was only memory returning through the skin. Maybe it was every ending trying to begin again. You whispered that it felt familiar. I said that wasn't fair. Then neither one of us moved back, and neither one came near. No promise, no confession, no reason left to stay. Just your shadow touching mine while we both looked away. The heat we never named was stronger than before. It followed every heartbeat from the window to the door. The heat we never named still lingered when you left. We never gave it language, but the room remembered it. I opened up the window, but the night was just as warm. Some things never need a name to leave a mark.
You moved a little closer, like the room had pulled you in.
Your eyes dropped to my mouth, then found my eyes again.
I felt your hand beside me,
Not touching, but enough.
every second made the silence
Feel less careful than before.
You leaned into the moment and stopped before we met.
I could see the hesitation
In the way you held your breath.
I whispered that I missed you. You said nothing for a while,
Then your fingers found my collar,
like they still remembered how.
we were close enough to know.
Too afraid to let it show.
One more second and there would be no turning back.
The kiss we interrupted,
Still stay between our lips.
a promise almost spoken,
A touch we almost risked.
the kiss we interrupted was closer than goodbye. We pulled away too early,
But not far enough to lie.
You asked me what I wanted. I said I didn't know,
But my body moved toward you,
while my words kept saying no.
the lamp was burning lower.
Your face half in shade.
I wanted to forget the reasons
We had taught ourselves to wait.
I almost crossed the distance, I almost held your face, but the memory of losing you
Still lived inside that space.
You looked at me so softly,
Like you wanted me.
like you wanted me to choose
But I knew one kiss could give us
something else we had to lose.
the kiss we interrupted,
Still stay between our lips,
a promise almost spoken,
a touch we almost risked.
the kiss we interrupted was closer than goodbye. We pulled away too early,
But not far enough to lie. Maybe we were being careful,
maybe we were only scared.
maybe all the love we buried
Was still waiting in the air.
You could have kissed me there, you could have asked me to,
But the moment closed around us before either one could move. The kiss we interrupted,
still follows me tonight.
the memory without an ending,
A spark without a light.
the kiss we interrupted was everything but done. We stopped before it happened, but it had already begun.
You stayed close for one more second,
Then I slowly stepped away.
the kiss we interrupted
Still has something left to say. You asked me if I missed you. I looked down at my glass and started talking softly about a place we used to pass. You smiled like you had noticed the answer I concealed. So you asked about the weather, like the rain could make it less real.
I almost said I wanted you still standing in this room, but I asked about your work instead and whether you had moved. You said the city felt the same, I said I understood. We kept choosing safer words whenever silence got too good.
You knew what I was hiding.
I knew what you had heard.
Every time we reached the truth, we reached for other words. We changed the subject,
When the room got too close,
talked about anything
except what mattered most.
We changed the subject
Before our voices shook,
You looked at me too honestly, so I found somewhere else to look. You asked if I was seeing someone. I said it wasn't serious, then moved the candle from the table like that could steady us. You said you hoped he treated me well. Your hand closed around the chair. I nearly asked if you were jealous, but I left the question there.
I told you I had learned to sleep. You said that sounded good. I didn't say I still wake up thinking that I heard you move. The clock kept filling up the space we were too careful to cross. Two people naming everything except the thing we lost.
We changed the subject,
When the room got too close,
talked about anything
except what mattered most.
We changed the subject
Before our voices shook,
You looked at me too honestly, sleep, so I found somewhere else to look.
Do you ever think about that night?
Which night do you mean?
The one before you left for good.
I think about it constantly.
Why did you look away?
Because you finally asked.
Neither one of us was ready
For an answer from the past. We changed the subject,
but the truth stayed in the room.
under every careful sentence,
Under every empty pause.
we changed the subject,
Until there was nothing left
but your eyes asking mine what our mouths had never said.
You asked if I added more coffee.
Yeah.
You already knew I didn't.
We changed the subject one last time and sat there in the middle of it. Your fingers rested on the table, mine were closer than before. Neither one of us was speaking, but the silence asked for more. The lamp was low behind you, your shadow crossed my sleeve. I could feel the space between us getting harder to believe. One small move, one quiet sign, and everything we buried could return tonight. 1 inch from your hand, one breath from giving in, close enough to feel the warmth still living on your skin. 1 inch from your hand, and all the years disappeared. I never touched you, but I felt you everywhere. You traced the edge of your glass like you needed somewhere to look. I watched your mouth form questions you were still afraid to ask. The room became much smaller, every second pulled us near. I could hear my own heart moving, like it wanted you to hear. One small move, one quiet sign, and everything we buried could return tonight. 1 inch from your hand, one breath from giving in, close enough to feel the warmth still living on your skin. 1 inch from your hand, and all the years disappeared. I never touched you, but I felt you everywhere. You turned your palm toward mine and slowly pulled away. Like touching me would answer when neither dared to say. I wanted to follow, I wanted to be brave, but some distances feel safer, even when they ache. 1 inch from your hand, one moment from the truth, close enough to lose myself and find my way to you. 1 inch from your hand, but the distance stayed between. The lost everything. Your fingers left the table, mine stayed where they had been. 1 inch from your hand, 1 lifetime in between. Your coat is still resting on the back of my chair, like you only stepped outside, like you're still somewhere near. The room keeps your shape in the places you touched, and I hate how one small thing can still feel like too much. I should move it, I should let it go, but every time I reach for it, I stop before I know. Your coat on my chair, your scent in the air, one little sign that you were really here. I tell myself it means nothing, but I leave it where it lies. Your coat on my chair, and your absence by my side. There's a crease in the sleeve where your hand used to stay, and the collar still remembers how you turned your face away. I poured only 1 drink, then I set out another, like some part of me still waits for the sound of your number. I should fold it, I should close the door, but every time the hallway moves, I listen like before. Your coat on my chair, your scent in the air, one little sign that you were really here. I tell myself it means nothing, but I leave it where it lies. Your coat on my chair, and your absence by my side. Maybe you forgot it, baby, you left it there. Maybe you wanted one more reason to come back up the stairs. Oh, maybe I'm imagining what you never meant to say, but I still haven't touched it, and it's been there all day. Your coat on my chair, your warmth everywhere. I close my eyes and almost find you there. I tell myself it means nothing, but the lie won't make it true. Your coat on my chair still feels too much like you. I should move it, but I leave it where it is. Some things stay behind when everything else leaves. The hallway light was flickering again, the way it did when you still lived here. I heard your footsteps stop outside, then nothing for a moment.
I could have turned the lock, could have changed my mind.
But I left the door the way it was and
Waited on the other side. Your coat was hanging where mine used to be. A glass was waiting by the window. You looked at me like no time had passed, then looked away too quickly.
I didn't ask why you called.
You didn't ask why
I came.
we stood inside the same old room,
Careful with each other's names. You took one step, I held my breath.
You looked away, but didn't leave.
The door was already open before I touched the frame. Before we found the courage to say what still remained. The room was full of silence,
but nothing felt unknown.
the door was already open. We were the ones still closed. You noticed the picture turned face down. I noticed you still wore that watch, the one I gave you in the summer, before we learned what leaving cost.
You asked if I was happy.
I said I was doing fine.
You smiled like you could hear the truth
Beneath that practice line,
I wanted to move closer,
but the past was in the way.
every word I should have told you
Was standing in the space.
Your hand rested on the table.
Mine stopped an inch away.
We both pretended not to feel.
The room began to change. The door was already open before I touched the frame. Before we found the courage to say what still remained. The room was full of silence,
But nothing felt unknown.
the door was already open. We were the ones still closed.
I didn't leave it open by mistake.
I didn't come here just to talk.
Then why are we still standing still?
Because one step could change it all.
I know the shape of your regret. I know the sound of your.
We came this close to letting go, then met behind an open door. The door was already open, and now you're standing near,
Close enough to touch me.
close enough to disappear.
The room is holding every word we never said before. The door was already open,
But we don't know what for. You can stay a little longer.
you can ask me not to go,
The door was already open.
but neither of us knows
Who should close at night?